So well, it's been over a week. I haven't touched this game since it came out, since, I was away last weekend. I'll be here this weekend. Maybe I'll beat this game this weekend. I don't know. Next week is the release of Metroid Prime 4 and the Elden Ring Night Rain DLC. Is my game capture not set to this game? Oh, I don't have game capture on right now. Why don't... There we go. Jeez, that'll help matters along, won't it, if I actually have game capture on. I forget if I use this layout or my other one here, which... This one might still be set to display capture after last stream, now that I think about it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is set to game capture and stuff now. Also, do I have volume? No, I just touched my headphones and it's like, okay, there's volume. Anyway, it's now Thursday the 27th. In America, it's Thanksgiving today, but here in the land of Canada, it's Thursday. Where's my butt? What the hell? Huh? What? Does it... Don't tell me it undoes it.
I ended
something.
up having a good time.
Yeah, hold on. Here. No, that's not how I switch tabs. It's like that. There. Gotta fix that real quick. What are we doing now? Oh, this is my main story thing? I'm lost at what's going on here. I remember the general gist with this game. But,
All right, hold your horses.
But yeah, I was looking through my GameCube being like, oh, I have time to put in like maybe 2 or 3 hours of stream time tonight. What do I want to play? I was thinking about playing some more Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment there. But I was like, tonight's SpongeBob. You know.
If they don't answer, we can't warn them.
There's not even a space after them. What is it with video games and people not like double checking subtitles?
Wait a minute, SpongeBob. We ain't out
With
of
a
the game
decent
yet.
few video games. It's not like it's exclusive to this game, but it just screams unprofessionalism, lack of polish,
You're a genius,
all
Andy.
that.
Patrick,
It's,
let's tell Mr. Krabs the good news.
One of those things that's rather irksome to see, where it's like, if they had a single playtester going through the game that could say, hey, fix that subtitle, and they could have gone into the text of the game and edited that one line, like Control F, look for that line, add a space, done. Like, I'm sure it might be a little bit more complicated than that on a full-scale game, but like, it shouldn't be that much more complicated, I would think. So I do it with any of my programs, but I know that you've got, a lot more of a process with a full real game, but like, come on, man.
I would never. I mean, I actually have successfully stolen it several times, but let's not get stuck in the past. Capiche?
Sheldon, I told you to stay in the engine room.
And I told you to bite me.
I'm captain of this airship, and you gotta follow my orders. Now return to the engine room and get back to tinkering with that weird machine you got in there.
I'll follow orders for now, but once I finish my portal machine, we'll see who's captain of this ship.
Talk to Mr. Krabs. I thought that's what I was already doing.
Mr. Krabs, we have to fly to King Neptune's palace right away.
Are you two trying to give me, your captain, orders on my ship?
Sorry, Mr. Krabs, sir, but Sandy said they're too busy with all the people at the gala and no one is answering. It's our only hope. Please, Mr. Krabs.
Busy, you say? That gala's probably stuffed to the gills with rich people. Rich, hungry people I could make money from. SpongeBob, me boy, set a course to King Neptune's palace.
Sir, yes, sir. Setting sail on the double.
I wish that the gaps across sentences was a little bit shorter. It would make it seem a little bit more natural. But I oftentimes press A to like manually auto-advance it. Or to manually advance it rather than having it auto-advance. And sometimes the gap that it would have is a little bit shorter. So I go to press A, and then it auto-advances, and then I press A to skip past the thing that I don't see at all. So I'm too scared to hit A now. And I really wish that it was like one of those games that had a toggle between like, do you want to manually hit A or do you want to auto-advance? Rather than it being, set to auto-advance at all times with timing that usually makes the conversation sound just a little bit off and, a little bit of delay between sentences. Hey. But sometimes it's a little short, and right the moment you go to hit A, it's like, surprise, you've just skipped a line of dialogue, and now you'll never have any idea what was said ever again. How do I go to the wheel or something or other then? Is that what I do? I gotta remember how to play this game. I'm using a different controller than last time. I'm using an Xbox controller. So I ended up lending my little cousin my PS5. So that went with the controller, of course. Neptune's Palace Garden, the opulent residence of King Neptune, hosts glamorous galas. So I'm actually using a controller with buttons that match up to the game that I'm playing this time, one could argue.
How
So, I
thrilling.
mean...
King Neptune is holding his annual gala to celebrate and honor Atlantis' most prestigious citizen, himself.
Whoa, what the hell is this? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? With all those things, like, popping out of existence over there? Okay, well... Not off to a great start here. I mean, I've noticed that in other areas before as well. It's not like it's exclusively to here, but this is probably the worst so far. Like, trucking around areas and seeing all these little rocks popping in around you. And, you know, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing something similar in Cosmic Shake, so I guess they haven't sorted that out necessarily.
Yellow.
Hi! I don't know. Enter King Neptune's Gala, so should I go up that way for that? Yoink.
Television, please.
Is this anything?
Don't tell anyone, but sometimes I throw myself into a dungeon just for funsies.
Okay.
No loitering.
It is indeed. It just came out last week, and I had no idea it existed until I saw the trailer for it literally the day before it came out. Apparently, it was announced 3 months ago, but I had never heard about it until last week. And when I was going and dropping off my PS5 at my cousin's place for... Oh yeah, I gotta do something about that then. For my little cousin to borrow. He commented about this game as well, saying that he had just found out about it that day at school, like that Friday last week, at lunch when some of his friends were mentioning it. Like, have you heard of the new SpongeBob game? And he had. So, but yeah, since the remake of that one game, they've made quite a few, huh? Yeah, they've made 2 more since then. What the
I
heck?
said keep going.
It's suddenly Mario Galaxy here. Yeah, so since the remake of, or remaster, whatever you want to call it, Battle for Bikini Bottom, they made Cosmic Shake that came out 2 years ago in 2023, and now this game in the same Battle for Bikini Bottom kind of style. Which made me think, is it technically a trilogy now of games in this style? But then it occurred to me, the console releases of the SpongeBob movie game was also in the Bikini Bottom style there. Battle for Bikini Bottom style. So technically, this is now 4 games that exist in this kind of platforming gameplay style of SpongeBob.
Are you a guard?
2 in the early 2000s and 2 modern ones.
Scram before I call myself.
2023 and 2025 here.
Another way into the palace.
So who knows? We'll see if they end up keeping making them or what ends up going on here. But I guess Cosmic Shake was successful enough for them to warrant doing another one. But, you know, I feel like I had heard about Cosmic Shake way before it came out. And I was planning out like, oh yeah, this is a game that I'm going to want to play. I don't know how many people heard about this game when I only heard about it like literally right before it came out, just by chance.
They're allowed in here now.
So, can I like... Yeah, I sure can. I was worried that that might not be quite close enough. I don't know what that thing is, but okay. Oh, I probably have to do something about that to get that balloon to appear, right? I don't know. Smack it? I don't know. Oh, maybe I like... No, I can't grab it there. Nope, that doesn't do anything. I don't know. Oh, what? I don't know what triggered that, but okay. Yes, this makes perfect sense. I don't know. I don't know. Did that do something? I don't actually know what that did. I guess Gary's here. So, still just find a way into the Gala. And then this doesn't exist right now, but oh, doing that doesn't seem to do anything. So presumably I go and talk to you, because that's what the cutscene kind of implied.
What are you doing here, mister? I told you to stay home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of long natural gaps, but again, I don't want to hit A or else it's gonna end up being
You don't
wrong
happen to have a
timing.
ticket for the
See,
gala,
what
do
a
you?
short gap that was. I didn't hit A at all there. So, what the heck?
Well, it was worth a try. We really need to get inside and speak to His Highness.
Amazing lip syncing.
What do you mean we can just go through the wall?
Oh, so you're telling me that someone hit that lantern and then just passed through the wall?
Weird looking lantern. Look how long this gap is. It is so inconsistent.
Trust
Yeah, U.S.
me,
Thanksgiving stream. Yeah, I usually do a stream on U.S. Thanksgiving so I can make a joke and say Happy Thursday. So I was like, okay, I should probably do a stream this time around as well. But what do I want to play? And I eventually decide, screw it, we're playing SpongeBob today. But yeah. Does the new SpongeBob look uncanny? Maybe very slightly, but not enough that I would comment on, I don't think.
Where did you come from?
I think the biggest thing that's throwing me off when it comes to the models is just like in the actual cutscenes, there's like the weird blur kind of effect around the outside of them. So I don't know what's up with that. Okay, now this exists. Hope things are going well today, Mythic and Emerald Finder. Why does SpongeBob have cheeks? No, he doesn't. Okay, well, on we go.
Hello.
Oh, it's that. Yes. Here, what are my buttons again? That's not the throw button. X, B. How do I throw? RB? I guess RB. How many times do I have to tell you, old man? Wait a second. What was the full conversation context? Wait. I missed a how many times do we have to tell you, old man reference. This on land, or does it just not look very underwater? It just doesn't look very underwater. I think that was pretty similar in Cosmic Shake as well. Why does Patrick have an ass? Are you telling me you thought this whole time Patrick didn't have an ass? Always had one. Well, so I mean, you know, I was saying during the first stream of this game that, you know, there's gonna be times where people come into the stream blind and wonder these things. But, is this an E-rated game with bare ass? I don't know. I don't actually know what the rating of this game is. It's either E or it's PG. I don't know. But, there's no reason why his name is Patrick Cheeks. It's not, but, I'm getting a little mixed up with Sandy there. Boop. And then do that. As funny as that would be. Alright, well, let's go ahead and yoink here. But yeah, these outfits were the pre-order bonus of the game.
SpongeBob, back
So-
in action.
There's that, and then, if you didn't get them with the pre-order bonus, you can purchase them separately on Steam and presumably other platforms then for $4. So this is the... Yeah, so do I. So this is the premium right here. This is the premium experience when you shell out your wallet. Yeah, so you have to buy Sponge Nudity. Imagine a timeline where a SpongeBob game comes out where, for a bonus cost, you can get Sponge Nudity. What a world we live in, huh? In our timeline, we can't get affordable housing. But hey, at least we can pay extra money for Sponge Nudity. Video essay on SpongeBob game nudity when? That's right, only Sponge. We get this shell out for only Sponge here.
It's King Neptune himself.
There's something else I was about to say, and then I forgot. Oh yeah, I was gonna ramble about pre-order bonuses. There might be a long cutscene, so maybe I'll wait a hot second. Because yeah, I definitely take issue with just the modern concept of like pre-order culture in general with games.
No loitering.
Excuse me, Mr. Bouncer, sir. We need to talk to King Neptune. It's urgent.
Sorry, no can do. Only mer people are allowed to join the mightiest of them all, King Neptune. And you two don't look like mer people to me.
That's pretty dang racist, dude.
You clearly don't understand who we are.
I'll
Seems
have you know my
don't
grandfather was a mer person.
No tail, you fail.
Come on, Patrick. We have to find a way to get to King Neptune.
Maybe we should ask
Ask
someone.
around for help. 0 out of 4. Wait,
No idea.
someone just say Mindy?
Good
for
old-fashioned
allowing us to
detective work.
look at you.
Anyway,
Mindy, I love your hair.
is there an actual Mindy there? It probably wouldn't be the same. Oh, it is! It is the same as the SpongeBob movie Mindy there. I was about to say, isn't there like some weird like rights things going on when it came to like the King Neptune from the original SpongeBob movie and like other original characters that due to like rights by Paramount Pictures or whatever the heck? But no, that just straight up is the SpongeBob movie Mindy there. And I think that they've done like these retcons to say like, oh yeah, this dude here and the dude from the first SpongeBob movie, even though they look different, they're technically the same or whatever the heck weird situation is going on there with the... Were those his eyes? But yeah, if you want to do a pre-order bonus, it should be like a downloadable soundtrack or physical merchandise, not in-game stuff. Yeah, like I'm fine with... I still have this on my desk here. Like going into GameStop for my Pokemon Legends ZA pre-order, and then you get like a little keychain of one of the starters. Of course, I got the worst one. But you know, stuff like that, like a little physical thing where it doesn't really matter for what you have in game, but you know, it's like, hey, you know, here's a little thingamajig, I guess. But just modern pre-order culture in general. Like I remember pre-ordering some things as a kid because there was like a genuine risk of them running out of units of a game, and I wanted to make sure that I could get one. Like that was kind of the idea. But nowadays, that's not really a risk. I don't think I've seen my local game store run out of copies of a new game ever, really. At least in the last decade here. I always remember this South Park clip about pre-ordering. That sounds like something I'd like to see. I don't think that I've seen it there.
Look at me. Yay!
By the way, the Hisuian Zoro mask in Legends Arceus is now completely inaccessible. Yep. That sounds about right there. So you would think that it would be about them running out of units. But, you know, they put pre-order bonuses behind games. It's become so standardized to secure sales before people have a chance to, like, play them and experience them and stuff. So, by making these things exclusive to pre-order bonuses, it means that if you ever want to have, like, a perfect game, a 100%able game where you unlock everything, you need to pre-order the game. Like, even in a case like this, I don't think... I guess I didn't really look into it, so I wouldn't know. As a blind viewer, you might think that if you don't pre-order the game, you'll never get these stupid exclusive cosmetics here. You might think that you're locked out of it forever. And that's kind of what I thought about, like, the timed bonuses of, like, the Delphoxite, freaking Greninjite, and whatever the heck, Chestnutite in Pokemon Legends ZA, where they were like, hey, this is timed exclusives. They've since announced, like, hey, you can get it when, like, the season rewards come back later. Or this game, they revealed, yeah, you can get these if you shell out, like, a separate DLC purchase for specifically that. But you don't have that information going into it. And there are a lot of games where it just straight up is impossible to get everything in the game if you didn't get the pre-order bonus, because there's, like, one small thing that you'll forever be missing. So if you think that it's a chance that, if there's a chance that it's a game that you might potentially want to get everything in, you're basically forced into doing a pre-order and therefore giving them your money before you've even had the chance to, like, let people play the game and let you know if it's any good, you know? Like, there'll always probably be, like, some reviews coming out in, like, the handful of days leading up to a game's release if you want to save, like, pre-ordering until, like, a couple days before release and then, you know, base your whether you're going to pre-order or not off of the reviews. But it's before the masses get access to the game. So it also kind of covers the ass of the quality of the game a little bit. And that it's... by putting these exclusives behind it and making people feel incentivized to shell out before the masses have actually gotten a chance to play the game, then you're securing purchases from people that might have otherwise been like, let's give it a little time and see if it's any good. Like you would with other media, like say movies, for example. Like maybe instead of going and watching a movie right on release day, maybe you wait a couple weeks and see what people are saying. Like, do people think that the movie is any good? Is it crap? What's going on there? Like in other media, you can do that. You can wait and see what it's like. And you can do that with gaming, but if you do, there's so many games that just permanently lock you out of stuff, punish you by making it like a separate purchase, where now if you want the same experience that people who pre-ordered got, you have to shell out extra money, and so you feel incentivized to shell out before you even had a greater assurance that the product is actually worth your money in the first place. Anyway, so that's my hot takes about pre-order culture. And him doing that really breaks this outfit, doesn't it? But yeah, physical collectibles are cool, like the Tears of the Kingdom wooden plaque. Yeah, like that. We didn't have that here. We didn't have a wooden plaque here. I have one because Anima sent me one. Here in Canada, you want to know what we got? I can show you. I have to switch my freaking input over on my computer. Wait, no, I don't. This isn't a capture card game. This is a desktop game. I switched my input over for nothing. Hold on. Switch my input back over. Access my camera software here. I have it hanging from the wall there, like for whatever reason. It's probably not a great place to have it. We got an arm sleeve. I didn't know where to put it, so no, turn off the tracking on my camera so it doesn't break there. You can see some of my Fire Emblem stuff is like falling off the walls there. The Lin one is already fallen. It's been on my keyboard for a little while. I didn't know where to put it. I just put it on that since I already had like a little Dialga hanging. We got arm sleeves here. I don't know if there was those in the States as well or what, but you know, little physical things like that where it's like, cool, I guess, but it doesn't affect the thing that I actually care the most about, being the game. You know, and all that. Cleaned up a bit. But the quote from South Park is, when you pre-order a game, you're committing to paying for something that some arseholes in California haven't even finished working on yet. You know what you get for pre-ordering a game? A big dick in your mouth. Yeah, I mean, essentially, but you might also be locked out of stuff forever if you don't, is the way that modern pre-order culture has gone. And it's really quite sad. VIMP? Is that very important mer person?
Me to go speak with him in the VIMP area? Oh my, I think I'm gonna faint. Oh my, I'm freaking out. Oh my, I'm freaking out.
So yeah, if you really, really care about everything in a game and having like a complete file, you have to pre-order. Like, so you're committing to something that, like, for one, yeah, is probably unfinished at that point, depending on how early you pre-order. But two, you're buying a product before you can even get assurance that it's worth your money in the first place. So, you know, if it's a game series that, like, you've loved for a long time and you're really sure that you're really gonna like the game, then fine, whatever. But if it's a game that you're iffy on, as you would think people probably would be with most games, then it's a big screw you, is what it is. What? Why my camera tracking break? Why is it here? Why is it tracking? Please be centered and looking nicer. I wasn't paying too much attention to what you said, something about underground catacombs, so I'm sure that's probably the way to go. What is this? Like, grab it or something? I don't know. Wonder if Persona 6 will get a trailer next year since it's the 30th anniversary. Would be interesting there. I saw some post recently that said that, like, Sega or Atlas or whatever the heck was acknowledging that they might be losing out on sales because people are waiting for the just enhanced version later. Like Persona 5 Royal, for example. And it's like, huh, maybe they'll finally get the memo to just, like, finish the game that they intended in the first place. Release a complete experience instead of all this bullshit enhanced version later. Like Pokemon did for a long time, too. Well, that didn't count as asking around for help. Squilly, I'm Fancy Son from Bandcamp. I don't think that's the original voice actor, is it?
King Neptune's VIMP area?
Unfortunately, despite all my sophistication, elegance, and style, Neptune has never wavered his mer people only.
But I also haven't watched any episodes of SpongeBob in a long time, so I wouldn't know. But yeah. Can we talk about how Pokemon Legends ZA let you pre-order the DLC before the base game even came out? That's really scummy. Yeah, I agree. Like, that was unreal level. Where it's like, oh yeah, you can just like pre-order the DLC before the base game is even out. It's not like that's exclusive to Pokemon Legends ZA. There have been other games that have allowed that. Like I think some modern Ubisoft games, like Assassin's Creed titles, have probably done that at points if I remember correctly. But I don't know for sure, since I haven't bought like a new Assassin's Creed game since Unity in 2014, so 11 years ago. Yeah, it really is. They released a teaser trailer for the DLC and said pre-orders open now before the game had even released. And it's like, what the hell? All right, there. I asked around for help. 4 out of 4. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
We can use the pajamas as a disguise and sneak past the guard.
Great idea, SpongeBob. Hurry before they close the doors.
Guess we better go there. But yeah, the both pre-order culture and even just another thing that I find is really scummy is day one DLC, where it's like, hey, if this stuff is available at launch, just have it in the game there. I think if there's a DLC, it should be something that truly was made after the fact, like, hey, this game was successful, people liked it, let's do something a little bit extra. I didn't think that we'd live in a day and age with like exclusive pre-order bonus content in a SpongeBob game, or with day one DLC in a SpongeBob game. It looks like people are generally liking the game, reviews very positive. But if we have a look at the fact that there was day one DLC for, what was it again? Almost $14 for Plankton's Portal Challenge that gives you some more costumes, complete Sandy's racing trials, join Mr. Krabs for a treasure hunt, escape Squidward's haunted house, explore eerie new challenge locations like Sandy's Wicked Tree Dome. Did they take it off? Needs more reviews to generate a score. I swear the last time I checked this, it said very negative. Has it been taken off? Like, did they change the requirement for how many reviews? There was probably more reviews than 4 before. Imagine they're like paying people to take off their reviews like some sort of some sort of evil restaurant or something. I don't know. Or whatever other business. That's just like, yeah, let's just pay people off to take off their reviews. Imagine that was going on for SpongeBob Titans and the Tide. I swear I saw very negative on there before. I could have sworn. There's so many good games and franchises from 2006 to 2014. I could spend 15 years just playing games from that period, so new games need to give me a reason to give them my money. Yeah, I've been thinking that more and more lately myself. Like,
Hey, Squirrel! Hand me that! Listen, you two, get back to the party and let a professional handle this. Karen, open the gate for these blubbering buffoons.
should have opened the gate after that dialogue, but